Hello everyone, welcome back. Another episode of Minecraft. Oh my god, I'm here again. And I have a lot to talk about, man. Nah, not really, not that much, but I did something different for this episode. Just like last episode where it was like the return to book drama. There's gonna be a bit more of that this episode. I preloaded a few tweets. I bookmarked some tweets while I was scrolling through Twitter over the week, and I'm like, all right, it is time for me to frickin', when it's time for me to record, I'm going to talk about them. So that's what I did. So, anyways, yeah, I guess I might as well I thought of starting this at night because I want to enchant my diamond pickaxe, but in order to get like a tier tree enchantment, I need to be level 24. So yeah, okay. I just had to check if my freaking audio was recording. It is, right? I'm speaking into the microphone. Yeah, so I have tweets loaded up. I'll get to those, but yeah, I don't know. Do I want to start with those though? What has been going on with me? A few things. Yeah. My writing productivity is pretty damn good so far. I don't know. I started a new short story, and I guess being vague like I always am, not wanting to reveal things about what I write or my writing at all. One thing about it is that it's a sequel to something I have written. It's a sequel to something I wrote back in like 2018, which was like the year I graduated. So yeah, I don't know. I just thought it'd be cool to write like an actual sequel to a story I wrote. So anyways, yeah, that's just what I've been working on in terms of writing. I need to get to 24. Yeah, you are in the way of that. There you go. There's a tiny bit of experience. Just keep on killing these things. Oh man, yeah. Anyways, the MVP discourse, man. Oh god, it's just a lot happened with the MVP discourse, man. I don't know. It's hard. Man. I was listening to Zach Lowe's podcast a bit earlier, and it's like he had the exact right reaction. It's like, it's basketball. Like, why are we freaking doing this? Why are we turning the MVP discourse into basically like politics? Like, why are we doing this, man? What are we doing? Being like, if you don't have this guy as MVP, you're stupid. If you like, I don't know, just basing MVP on the most arbitrary of frickin' like things, like frickin' like, oh, Jokic is putting up prime Ben Simmons numbers and he's the MVP front runner. It's like, or something like, I don't know, like, or like, I don't know, just other arguments. Yeah. It cuts like all of the ways, like people discounting like Giannis to support Embiid, people discounting Embiid to support Jokic, people discounting Jokic to support freaking Giannis, Embiid. I don't know. It goes all these three ways because those are basically the three front runners now, right? It's just Jokic, Giannis, or Embiid, right? I guess maybe you could have like Tatum or Luka as like 4 or 5, I guess maybe, but it's like those are the three. They have been the three for the past 3 seasons, and it's like, oh man, it's a lot. It's a lot of discussion. I might get into that in the Twitter segment, but again, like the Twitter segment might be a little bit different because of like because there's some I don't plan to read like a few tweets on the timeline. I plan to read a bunch of tweets, okay? Oh man, it's a lot. So yeah, I'm level 24. That could be the one bit of progress I make. Also, another thing, I have here in my possession a can of bubbly. I recently discovered there was a form of sparkling water that was caffeinated. Yeah, bubbly bounce. The flavor. Yeah, it is caffeinated sparkling water. So like it's just basically just regular sparkling water, but they just caffeinated it, And yeah, it is blood orange grapefruit flavored. So yeah. Excuse me while I take a drink. I'm just putting this in. I'm keeping it because it's content, okay? And I'm probably gonna be like parched and like talking a bit, so I probably need it. Yeah, I might cut this, I might not, so. Ugh, man, dude. Alright, it's a bit citrusy. It's a bit, yeah. It just tastes like sparkling water, man. I don't know. Most sparkling water flavors taste the same, basically, to me. There's a bit of flavoring, but yeah. Lime is my favorite flavor of sparkling water. Oh, man. Yeah, lime bubbly, though. Lime bubbly is pretty damn good. I don't know. I don't know if I prefer lime bubbly or lime LaCroix. Yeah, so, okay. Yeah, before I get into anything, let me just, like, actually play the game and just freaking enchant this. What could I get? It's the same thing. It doesn't matter if you, like, swap it in or swap it out anymore. Yeah, efficiency tree. Efficiency tree and unbreaking tree. That's really freaking good. Oh my god. Anyways. Yeah, again, I have some freaking mob loot. Oh. Yeah, it only took, like, 3 levels. Yeah, but yeah, the prerequisite is, though, that you have to be, like, level 24, but it doesn't take all the levels. It's interesting, isn't it? Yeah, I thought maybe I should, like, go mining again and potentially find more diamonds to get more armor. Yeah, I might do that. Let me just, yeah, not talk about the things I want to talk about. I don't know, it's not that interesting. No, just rotten flesh. I need to match it up. Rotten flesh here, put rotten flesh here, put the bones there. There's glass for some reason, there's string, there's leather I should put here, white wool, food that needs to be cooked. I think I put food here last time. Yep, here we go. More pork chops, more mutton. Oh my god, dude. anyways, what is the thing I wanted to get to? Well, yeah, book Twitter drama is back, okay? Book Twitter drama is back in full fashion. There are 2 potential things. One is, like, you know, basically a trend, and one is like an actual, like, tweet that made the rounds, you know. Well, both are tweets that made the rounds, but, like, one was just, like, you know, one of those, like, yeah. One was basically, the first one I guess I'm gonna show is basically, or talk about, is someone just posted, I don't even think they're a book Twitter, writing Twitter related account, but they tweeted, what are some unpopular bookish opinions that have you like this? I'll post the image in the video right now. And it's like, oh god, here we go again. And I just thought it would be funny if I just, like, said a bunch of them, you know? I don't know. I've been thinking recently, it's like, should I freaking say all these tweets? You know, I mostly don't say the accounts they're from, but I don't know. Maybe it's like, should I do this for content? Should I? And it's like, I don't know. Sometimes I've thought, like, maybe I shouldn't do it as much, but I don't know. I feel like I'm not saying anything I'm not, you know, I'm being generally kind of respectful about it. I'm just saying the things and, like, saying my opinion, basically. I don't think I've really said anything too disrespectful, to be honest. I apologize if I have, but, you know, I just want to like read a bunch of these tweets off because I think it'll be funny, man. And also, like, what other Minecraft Let's Play are you gonna get freaking a person doing this, man? I don't know. Freaking Stampy Longnose? No. Me. Freaking Uber Haxer Nova back then? Nah. They weren't talking about book Twitter drama back then, man. No one was really talking about book Twitter drama in Minecraft Let's Plays except for me, so, yeah. Okay, yeah, without further ado, let me just take another sip. Yeah, let me just get to the Twitter segment, like, really fast. I don't really have other stuff to really talk about anyway, so, yeah, anyways. I think, yeah, the microphone is still connected. Oh, god. Yeah, but my controller, though. It's so, like, far. Anyways. Quote, oh my god, 7,541 quote tweets. How many of them am I gonna say? I guess I could just do it rapid fire. Alright. Quote retweet with your unpopular bookish opinions that leave you like this. Let me see. Let's go. First one. Men would be 10 times more fun and interesting if they read significantly less self-help, finance/productivity books. instantly like it. Next one. I don't like when he says that he owns her. Reading isn't an inherently better way to spend your time. At least their reading is a meritless statement. If you're reading... if you're reading, person who wrote It Ends With Us, schlock, it's completely unserious to say that's a better use of time than watching, like, Setejit Ray movie? Okay? Sorry if I butchered it. I love spoilers because they motivate me to get to that part of the book. Non-bisexuals shouldn't write bi characters if they're gonna write them weird, stereotypical way, and always as the bad guys. Female characters don't need to be violent or tomboyish in ordering to be considered powerful. Femininity is a power in and of itself and doesn't make a character weak or fragile. Yep. I agree. Stopping your support to a transphobic author is much more important than your childhood memories. Well, I mean, I want to play the game. No, I do not want to play that game, though. Friends to lovers and enemies to lovers is only good when it's gay. Where's some good ones, man? Where the spicy ones, as they say? We need more main characters without love interests / who don't care about romance. Yep. There was a movie trailer called, there was a movie trailer where it was based, oh god, I don't know the name of it. It was like, oh god, it was about, it was basically like a rom-com where it was, the plot of it had something to do with, like, someone never experiencing romance, and that being labeled as, like, a negative thing. And there's a whole, obviously there are more people who are, aromantic, asexual, who are prominent on Twitter, who are like, why that shouldn't be a thing. Yeah, I don't know. Misunderstandings are fun. They should just talk about it. They're so stupid. People don't talk in real life. Why should our characters? It's for the plot. Drama. Oh god. Okay, yeah, gonna pass over that. Nobody's allowed to do Greek mythology retellings anymore until we figure out what's going on. I think I know the author. Yeah, I think the author who wrote the Odyssey retelling, the feminist Odyssey retelling back when, is called Sarah Underwood. I think so. I think it's I don't know. I'll put the title in if I see a tweet related. But yeah, dark romance is just a code word for abuse fantasies. Well, romance subplots in fantasy are better than 90% of actual romance books. Oh my god, hey! Speaking of which, there's another tweet. There is another tweet. This is the drama. This is it. Okay, alright. Oh man, so, there's someone who had a tweet thread. And there's someone who had a tweet thread, alright? It only has 149 quote tweets, so, not as controversial, well, yeah, not as, widely spread, but, oh man. Alright, here it goes. The science fiction and fantasy genre is literally supposed to be a commentary on real-world issues and oppression, but y'all try to analyze everything y'all read based on spice levels, and suddenly, this isn't escapist enough for me. Read something else! I really need romantic fantasy, to be separated far, far away from science fiction and fantasy. It's becoming annoying now. HarperCollins Canada just posted S.A. Chakraborty's latest book, and the first comment under it was, does it have romance? Science fiction and fantasy is not about romance. There can be romance in it, but it is not primarily about the romance. If y'all want romance so bad, I promise you there's no shortage of romance books out there. Go read those. And this is the pattern that's just been recurring with the genre. We see books that are supposed to generate introspection and deep conversations, like Legendborn, being minimized to, well, who's she gonna end up with? Totally glossing over the main themes of the book. And then that other video coming for black authors for making their fantasy too traumatizing. Again, science fiction and fantasy is about oppression and what happens when society doesn't check itself. Y'all made those series about Fae running around smashing humans the faces of the genre when they are not. Breeds. Here ends the morning rant of an enraged science fiction and fantasy consumer. Lol, bye. Alright. I don't think I did the tread justice, but with my reading, but yeah. Basically, yeah, I would assume the point of the tread is like, it is the infiltration of like romance in science fiction in fantasy like too much? Has it gotten to be too much? I don't know. And I don't know. I think there is a generally kind of flawed part of the tweet thread. There's a flawed part of her argument when she's saying like science fiction and fantasy is literally about oppression, and a commentary on real world issues. And it's kind of like, I mean, yeah, I agree that like there are like that like a lot of fantasy and science fiction is that, but it's like, what about the authors who do write only just like fun adventure stuff that aren't about that, I think, yeah, it's a thing that like, there should be more stories that don't have that as the main core, that don't have oppression and, social commentary as the main core of the story, right? It's fine to have both. And it also, ignores the fact that, just because you have romance in a science fiction and fantasy book, whatever, just because it has romance doesn't mean it can't also, be, a commentary on real world issues and freaking about oppression, right? Yeah, that's the thing, right? Obviously. I would assume critics of this tweet thread have, right? Man, there can be both, but it's like, I don't know. It's the whole thing. It's always the thing. It seems there's a lot of like controversy around like, like romance and like its place in whatever frickin' genre or like, whatever in books today. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just want to talk about these things because like I see these like, yeah, as I scroll through Twitter, and it's like there's someone who does write but like isn't necessarily like versed in these things. I don't know. It's just interesting to freaking think about sometimes. I don't have too much of a strong opinion on like any of these issues, to be honest. I think I stated that last time. I think I had a stronger stance on does YA need to appeal to teen boys thing, but I don't know, this stuff I don't really have that much of a strong opinion on. I'm just like retelling the tweet. I'm just reading the tweet thread because it's generally interesting to me, but I don't know. Yeah, anyways. I guess I probably shouldn't freaking like focus in on it too much if I'm just gonna repeat the same like, yeah, I don't really think about it too much. Yeah, I don't really have that much of an opinion. I probably shouldn't freaking focus in on it, but okay, I don't know. I just thought I should just do this. It's gonna be this or like MVP discourse, okay? Like, pick your poison. Anyway, oh snap, the Blazers and the Sixers are tied. Oh snap. It is the fourth quarter. I really want the Blazers to win, so I'm gonna keep an eye on that. Man. Anyways, what's going on in this tweet thread? We need to let the Hades and Persephone retellings go. Some people shouldn't write, and some people shouldn't read. Some people shouldn't read? What? I think everyone should read. I think everyone should try to read wider than they are, man. There's a lot of people like, I should try to read more widely than I am, I should try, read it, giving frickin' It Ends With Us a try, okay? I'm sorry, I need a nemesis, okay? That's not really my nemesis. It's just like a meme for me to keep on mentioning that book. We need more standalone fantasy books, or maybe we should go back to sticking with trilogies, because keeping up with like 12 books in a fantasy series is kind of a lot, and also, to be honest, kind of expensive. Yep. Wholesome narratives are the backbone of fascist art, and the desire to sand away all the rough edges of humanity is not progressive or helpful, but a deeply reactionary impulse. Yep, okay, I'm just gonna let that sit there. I want to go back to the time when everyone was reading standalones or duologies. I'm tired of my timeline being full of 30 books long series. Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, man. I wonder how, I don't know. It really seems like the book Twitter, writing Twitter. I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know. To me, from my limited perspective, like I don't know. Like the way the algorithm has shook out for me, like in where like with these tweets of like author Twitter, aspiring author Twitter, writing Twitter, book Twitter. It seems like there are just so many controversies regarding fantasy and stuff, right? I said that before with the ones we burn, right? It's like I don't know, man. It makes me think like, man, when was the last like big like YA contemporary controversy other than like 13 Reasons Why, to be honest? I don't know. It's kind of, I'm not, yeah, I thought of tweeting about that, but I'm not saying I want there to be more like discussions surrounding YA contemporary books. Yeah, because it's like honestly like what kind of discussions can you have, right? Yeah, I guess the discussion surrounding those, like YA contemporary mostly, is like book banning and book burning. There was someone who literally posted on Twitter them burning They Both Die at the End, Adam Silvera's book, right? And this whole like anti-freaking gay thing, and it's horrible, it's bad. If you want my opinion on it, I obviously, the stuff going on in Florida is like really bad. Yeah, in like other states too, with regards to just like banning anything like that like is even like tangentially freaking gay or could quote indoctrinate children. It's a bad thing, but I don't know. I'm talking about like a small scale controversy. I'm talking about a very small scale controversy. I guess like contemporary, I guess see Hoover friggin' applies in that, but I don't know. I'm talking about YA contemporary in particular, right? It's like no one has any like, I don't know, books like Once Upon a Quinceañera haven't drawn any controversy, right? Books like Mercy Suarez Changes Gears haven't drawn any controversy, or like, I don't know, the books I've been reading recently. Oh man. Okay, there's an inherent difference between rivals to lovers and enemies to lovers, and I stand by this. Yeah. Never let white writers ever write an Arab/Muslim character. The idea that a protagonist must be active / driving the plot with proactive movement, that a protagonist cannot be reacting to what is happening as the MC of a story, or else the story is a failure, is a super Eurocentric way to think of a story. Yeah. There's a lot of people who've been saying this. Yeah, I do agree that like, like there's been so much advice of just like you have to make sure your protagonist is active. You have to make sure that like you have to have like an active protagonist, and it's like, I don't know, I feel like there should be a space for stories with like more passive protagonists, because like being proactive as a protagonist is like based on like power, and a lot of people in marginalized groups don't have that, to be honest, right? Yeah. Good representation does not equal clean representation. Queer experiences aren't always sunshine and rainbows, and it's okay. Being messy and having taboo elements don't make it necessarily bad. But white queers from English-speaking countries are with their heads so far up their rear ends. Opinions like we need more soft / feminine / ladylike / delicate female characters and less badass / revolutionary / rebel ones is a sexist narrative that once again categorizes women in groups rather than lets them be multi-dimensional people they are. A good amount of authors of color over-explain culture as an attempt to appeal to white readers through their writing, and it makes their books really off-putting. What? Over-explain culture? What does that mean? A lot of the spicy books y'all read could not hold a candle to the works I've read, unlike AO Tree. Yeah, that's the point. That's kind of the point of AO Tree, though, isn't it? Enemies to lovers only works if it's sapphic. The man's POV in a romance book is just better and way more fun to read. Really? Which ones? What are some examples, man? Romance plots really shouldn't be part of some books. Why are these two characters flirting in the middle of a war? Just go fight to save yourself or something, please. Hey, it can work in Avatar. I don't want to see Muslim What? I don't want to see Muslim representation. Probably with the conceit of like, I don't want to see it if it's done badly. Yeah, probably. Dork Diaries is better than Diary of Wimpy Kid. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there can be an argument for that. Man. Men in romance novels should have a personality beyond just being obsessed with the female MC. Yep. It's perfectly okay to dispose of books without donating them to a library or elsewhere. That includes throwing them away. Yeah. If you know that, like, there's probably not going to be someone who wants to read them, but you never know, man. You never know. There's some people who could, like, take, you know, a copy of a really bad book. I'm working through this freaking bubbly. There's nothing romantic about a story where a liberal woman, especially of color, falls in love with a conservative bigot who disregards everything she stands for. Please stop writing these stories. Other than Purple Hearts, what are the examples? Oh man, the Trailblazers are up 118 to the Sixers 116. Oh boy, I need to watch that, man, please. I've seen fanfic that's written better than 99% of published lit. People keep on saying this, man. Alright, okay. There are some frickin' published stories that came from Wattpad. It's like, yes, we get it, yeah. People should stop harassing authors tackling taboo topics like, DV, domestic violence, and, CSA, child sexual abuse, probably, in the name of protecting victims, because 1, usually we're writing from experience, and 2, you're not doing it to protect victims, you're doing it to preserve your own comfort. I agree. The number of books you read in a year doesn't make you superior to anyone else. True. Yeah, but like, you know, what if I read the entire Magic Treehouse series in a year, man? That's something to brag about. It's like, I read the entire... What if someone's just like, I read the entire Cupcake Diaries, okay? You know how many Cupcake Diaries books there are? Yeah, I got one, like, book that contained 3, like, volumes of, like, the Cupcake Diaries, and then I checked, and it's like, oh, there's, like, 25 of these already. It's like, wow. I just read one. That's, like, 100, like, 20 pages. All kinds of stories, good, bad, and in between, should be allowed to exist. How is that a freaking unpopular take? Like, what is this? What is this? 140 likes for that? Okay. Sorry, I'm being mean. Enemies to lovers is being hijacked by the bully and victim to lovers trope, and I don't like it at all. Male characters should be allowed to be soft and vulnerable with other male characters, true platonic means, without every reader reducing them to a gay ship. Let men be loving to each other the same way women are allowed to be. Yep. Oh, man. Not every villain needs to be sympathetic and get a redemption arc. Yeah, I agree. The idea that every villain is the hero of their own story is a bit reductive. Some people are just terrible and want to hurt people. We're seeing this in real time now. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah. Yeah, I talked about Lily Orchard, right? Yeah, I think, like, she probably holds the opinion that, like, Zuko in Avatar, right? Like, his redemption arc has overall had, like, a generally negative effect on, like, the general, like, culture of, like, writers today, especially in fantasy, and, like, their views of, like, what makes a good, like, story in terms of, like, I want to have a villain with a redemption arc like that, you know? Yeah. Again, like, you know, she argues that, like Zuko isn't a character who needed to be redeemed because, you know, like, he was just a victim of he was a victim of trauma. Like, you shouldn't be able, it's not something you needed to be redeemed, like, for, right? He didn't need to be redeemed from the fact that his father, you know, literally scarred him in the Agni Kai for basically no reason other than the fact that, you know, Ozai was a bad father, right? I mean, he kidnapped Appa, but it's like, that's basically the only friggin', like, morally, like, wrong kind of thing he did. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, anyways. The New York Times bestseller tag has been so overused to the point that it's irrelevant. Yeah. Don't be an author if you're just going to be offended by every single negative review and fight with people when they give you valid criticism. Yep. Oh, man. 119, 118. Oh, my God. Dude, I need to see this game. What is going on? If Sixers make this, catch me deactivating. You know, I kind of am more interested in this than, like, going through these unbookish opinion tweets. A lot of the types of books people are looking for in these unpopular bookish opinions posts are easily found, but because the books are indies rather than trad pub books, those same people don't give them the time of day. Yeah. Oh man, it's hot. Look, it's hard. I'm sure there are some like freaking really great like Amazon like self-published books or like indie published books, but yeah, it's the whole thing. Yeah, it's the lack of attention on it. Same thing with like music, right? I mean, I don't know. Oh man, okay. I've seen some tweets about, but completely ignoring classic lit/media is not the move you think it is. You don't have to necessarily like it or agree with what's being said, but remaining contentedly blind toward the history and the progress made is incredibly problematic. Yeah. I think again, going back to another previous thing I talked about with Jason Reynolds, like him suggesting that we, quote, reimagine the literary canon, like, it's all, there are people who are like, we don't need to read classics because a lot of the people who wrote the classics are problematic, but there's also the people who are like, who get turned off of reading in general because of like having to read the classics and those being the only books they're exposed to. And it's like, yeah, obviously a lot of them, who end up reading those are like, I'm bored. I want more interesting freaking stories that reflect my experience, maybe as like a young teen boy reader of middle grade adventure fantasy who wants to slide into YA but doesn't want to read a Morgan Matson book or a Becky Albertalli book, or like doesn't want to read about Pete Kavinsky being not better for Lara Jean Covey than John Ambrose, but whatever. Oh man, I'm talking a lot, man. What's the score of the Blazers-Sixers game? Oh man, the Sixers, no! What? What's going on here?
28 remaining, Lillard.
Oh man, no, there's like 1 second left, it's sad. No, man. Come on, man. Oh man. I see more Jokic MVP talk. Well, I think the Sixers probably won this game. I tweeted, I need to correct the tweet. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm gonna take a break from the regularly scheduled book drama, whatever, opinions thing. Let me see. Oh, man. Oh, God, dude. Well. Well. Oh, man. Dang it, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. The Sixers, man. The Sixers are really good, man. They could win the East. It could really be Nuggets Sixers, and it could really be like Embiid versus Jokic. Anyways. Yeah, this person just wanted to hit tweet. What does their account say, even? I don't know. Whatever. It's fine. Anything else? So many writers lust after traditional publication. Yeah. Audiobooks are a very lazy way to go about discovering a book. What? Okay, alright. Yeah, nah, don't agree with that. Bell Hooks? Who is that? Oh my god, what? Fiction books bore me. Okay. Non-fiction books are so boring. I can't fathom reading self-help books and pretending to like them because it makes me seem smart. Yup. Oh, man. A lot of romance books sell as cute or romantic or just thinly veiled misogyny. Yeah, I'm kind of deflated because the Blazers lost that game, man. God dang, they were good. Yeah, I kind of had a feeling that, like, because obviously the Sixers are really good. Man, you can't just buy books, you have to read them. This whole trope of vampire/man-eating monster who goes after criminals to assuage their morality thing has gotten corny, especially when it leads to so many authors using, what? Huh? Sexual assault as set dressing to create an endless stream of edible mooks. Okay. Oh, man. Who's a book snob? Book snobs are annoying AF. What? You only want to read Dostoevsky and Tolstoy? That's fine, but that doesn't give you the right to, yeah. Okay. Yeah, true crime. How many true crime books are there? Yeah. True crime. Yeah, this person mentioned like true crime is like a genre of book. I don't know. I thought it was mostly a genre of podcast, to be honest. Yeah, the required reading books we had in school were good. Yeah, Shakespeare, Hemingway, Fitzgerald did not become who they were by writing boring materials. Yeah, I can understand. Yeah, obviously, general canon of classic authors are like an acquired taste. Obvious, like they're I feel like in terms of like the canon of like classic literature, right? Like Victorian literature has mostly escaped the quote boring label. Like Jane Austen has mostly escaped the boring label in terms of like classic authors, right? In classic works, right? And I would assume the same for like Charlotte and Emily Bronte, right? I guess there's a lot of like romantic, yeah, there's a lot of there's still a lot of general like appreciation for like that Victorian English literature, but I don't know, I don't see it the same way with like American literature. I don't see it the same way with like Steinbeck or like Hemingway, Fitzgerald. I don't know, because like that's more my jam, to be honest. And like I don't know, like even more my jam is stuff like what Sandra Cisneros writes, and Julia Alvarez, Amy Tan. I think I mean I probably would like her stories, stuff like that. I mean, I like Fish Cheeks a lot. I'm when I say I love Amy Tan, I mostly mean I love her short story Fish Cheeks. Gary Soto, I read like his short stories about just like kids, like really good. Yeah, like that's like the canon. Like that's like my like classical canon. I mostly appreciate. I'd assume like Kurt Vonnegut, Ray Bradbury are like sci-fi short story writers, Yeah, I've got like David Foster Wallace freaking, books, yeah. I read like an essay by him. Yeah, I haven't read Infinite Jest yet. I don't know if I will. I don't know. I'd assume there's like some sort of stuff about him. Oh man. Oh man. Anything else? How long has it been? I think I'm good for now, man. Was that the Twitter segment this time? I don't know. That basically was it. Yeah, it's been 37 minutes, man. All right. Anyways, what have I been doing in life? What have I been doing other than drinking sparkling water? Yeah, the MVP discourse has gotten increasingly toxic, Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I've been I've been having the opinion of like, look, man, I like it's fine. Like yeah, like Jokic, Jokic winning a third MVP, it's great. Like a lot of people, was it the media in like the latest like straw poll, done. Has him as like the favorite, right? But like, yeah, Embiid and freaking Giannis are worthy winners. It's like no one is saying that just because Jokic is the MVP frontrunner that Embiid or Giannis aren't deserving of it, man. It's like I don't know, man. Obviously for Embiid and like his camp and like Philly fans, it's more like yeah, but he's been snubbed or / robbed like twice, right? But it's like I don't know, man. Oh god, it's a whole thing. Yeah, it also ties into like with All NBA, which is like done in conjunction with MVP voting and like those year end of season awards. Like All NBA is basically just like the top players at each position, but like there have been a lot of people like some media members arguing that they should just make All NBA like the top players, just positionless. They don't like which would mean that like Jokic, Giannis, Embiid could like be on All NBA first team together. I think they probably should do that, but I don't know. I don't know, man. Oh man, I'm delving too far into basketball, man. Hey, in another sport, Usyk and Tyson Fury are reportedly going to fight, April 29th. Huh, yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? There could be there's almost guaranteed to be an undisputed champion if there isn't like a draw or if like the fight doesn't happen or yeah. Anyways. Oh man, what else has been going on? What music have I been listening to? Oh god. Yeah, do you want? Hey, yeah, what I've been reading. Yeah, I finished Look Both Ways. It was really good. I really like Jason Reynolds, one of my favorite authors today who writes like really good prose. Yeah, really good poetic prose. Really like great like stories. I loved the whole I love the running meme of the book, like because in every story he includes the line a school bus falling from the sky, and when you get to the end of the book, and then like the last story like ties that all together, ties the line a school bus falling from the sky all together, and it's like just damn dude, that's really good. Yeah, it's a 5-star read for me, yeah, based mostly on the prose, but yeah. I'm reading a non-fiction book now. I'm reading real life stories. I'm reading the real life story of Tegan and Sarah, who went to high school in Canada, and their freaking experience going to high school in like the mid to late 90s. It's really interesting, yeah. Yeah, they had a very edgy alt rock 90s freaking high school adolescence. They did drugs. There is a little bit of intimacy, and yeah, there's rock and roll too, because because in the memoir they talk about the origins of like them learning to play guitar, and them first starting to write songs together. So yeah, it is basically a sex, drugs, and rock and roll story, basically like Nana, but with a lot more just high school angst, basically. Yeah, it's called High School. Yeah, I talked about the show, the Amazon series, and it made me immediately want to seek out the book, because yeah, the series is based on the book. So yeah, I'm at the point in the book where I'm like a bit farther than like what the first season covered. The first season covered a good bit of like what was in the book from like the early part of the book, like their first year, grade 10. I think in Canada it's like 3 years for high school, like grade 10, 11, 12, rather than like 9, 10, 11, 12, I don't know. They never say the term like freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, so I would assume they don't use that in Canada. I don't know. So yeah, basically it's a really fun book. It's a really fun memoir. Yeah. Like, oh man, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Tegan and Sarah have very interesting, had very interesting high school experiences. And, it's not, obviously, the most interesting part about it is that, if you didn't know, they are identical twins, and both of them are, lesbians, and, it deals with, them discovering their own sexualities, in almost totally different ways, right? Almost, right? Yeah. It because it wasn't a thing where it's like they both instantly knew at the same time, at the same point, that they were gay, right? They both knew at different times, and there's by the format of the memoir where they alternate chapters, where one chapter is Tegan's perspective and one chapter is Sarah's perspective of their memories of high school, right? And sometimes their chapters kind of share a few details, right, of an event, but depending on who writes it, whether it's Tegan or Sarah, right, they somewhat have a different view on what happened. Yeah. It's also cool, because you think of identical twins. Yeah. I guess I'm somewhat repeating what I talked about with the series, but when you think of identical twins, you think of they're attached at the hip. They're always connected towards each other. Oh, they have twin telepathy. They always are by each other's side. They're just super freaking connected. But yeah, no, Tegan and Sarah's experience wasn't like that. Seemingly from reading the memoir. Yeah, there were a lot of times when they were not on the best of terms with each other. They fought with each other a lot. They had they rolled with different friend groups, there were times when Tegan felt left out because Sarah was with another girl. Oh my god, there's some good fun stuff that happens. Yeah, I do recommend you read it if you're into just, you're probably thinking wow, that's just a very clever way to freaking read YA without reading YA. It's yes, okay, I understand. God. Jesus Christ. It's like I generally like reading young adult novels, so I'm gonna read a memoir by two women about their high school experiences. Wow. Oh man. Oh boy. It's literally called High School. Oh man. Oh man. I don't know. There's I don't know. There's a really funny section. Like, this section was in the show too. Like there's a chapter where because I guess like explaining a bit of their family situation. Like their mom, I get like their mom and dad had them when they were like young, and like their mom and dad like separated, I think. I don't think they were married. They were dating, and then they had Tegan and Sarah, and then they split up, I think. And then their mom started dating this man, like, and then for like over a decade, right? But like they didn't get married, but he basically was their stepfather, right? Yeah, this man named Bruce, right? And then there was one section of the book, there's one really funny chapter where like Tegan is like helping her stepfather, helping Bruce. Not stepfather, but like stepfather figure, right? She was helping Bruce work on something in the house or something. Like she was like listening to music in her room. She was listening to Nirvana in her room. She was listening to Nirvana in her room, and Bruce got really annoyed. He's like, dude, turn that off, man. I don't want to hear that. You know, the song "Rape Me" was playing, and then she's like, why you don't like Nirvana? Oh my god, like why? And then he's like, yeah, I don't want to listen to it. God. And then she goes into, and then Tegan's like, do you know that "Rape Me" is actually an anti-rape song? Like it's like Kurt Cobain is really progressive, and then Bruce is just like, I don't really like him. He wears makeup, He's he dresses like weird or something. And then Tegan's like, well, yeah, he's alternative. Yeah, like me, Oh man. And then it leads to Bruce is like, well, and then this guy, and then he's like, yeah, well, he's offensive term for gay people, guess it, right? And then she's like, why would you say that? Oh my god. Yeah. And then she was really shocked. And it's interesting because this was like 1996. Like, it's interesting like learning how like, oh, even in like the mid to late 90s, even in that time, right? Like Tegan and Sarah were like, pretty like progressive in their thinking, right? Like they didn't grow up in an environment which led them to have any like preconceived notions of gay people or lesbians or like anything like that. They just like their environment, I don't know. They would somehow, didn't really, they didn't. Like she talks about, Tegan talks about like, we didn't really use that term. We didn't really use that term to describe people. Yeah, we knew the term was like homophobic and offensive, right? Yeah. So Bruce calls Kurt Cobain of Nirvana that offensive slur word, and then they get into an argument about it. Yeah. Oh, man, it's in the show too. Oh man, this is just a funny moment. I don't know. Yeah, that I taught about. That's just one of the chapters you find. Yeah. Anyways. Oh my god, 48 minutes? Yeah, things are like really weird because I already did the Twitter segment. Yeah, and I'm recording this a little bit earlier. The Lakers have a game. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard rooting. It's hard being a hater in the NBA, to be honest. Especially if you're a hater who wants the Lakers out of the playoffs. It's hard, man. It's hard. Is there anything else from Tegan and Sarah's memoir? Is there anything so far that I'm reading that's really interesting? Yeah. Sarah goes through it in terms of like a dating perspective, man. I don't know. She went through it, okay? Like, I was reading a section and I'm like, This is freaking like people who are down bad, man. Oh my god. Sarah freaking went through it, okay? Oh man, so far. I don't know. Yeah, I think they both go through it, you know, in terms of like relationships and dating. And obviously, it leads to their music being very angsty and freaking, you know, all about heartbreak and freaking, you know, obviously, you know, as you know, two queer women are, right, as they ended up being in their music. Yeah, did I talk about how, you know, they kind of, you know, it in the grand scheme of like music at the time, you know, because I think they put out their first album in like 2000 basically, right? Yeah, they've been around for a while making music. Yeah. So, and yeah, their music is always like very angsty, about just relationships and heartbreak and, you know, stuff. Oh man. Yeah, and like, I don't know, thinking about like indie music, alternative music, like I feel like they kind of were like somewhat foundational to the whole, you know, like indie singer-songwriter, like women indie singer-songwriter, like thing that happened in like the 2010s, where you saw, you know, you Lucy Dacus, Julian Baker, Phoebe Bridgers, you know, like Soccer Mommy, Snail Mail. I feel like they kind of were like the precursor to that. They were somewhat the trope codifier, you know. I guess probably the trope codifier for like sad women singer-songwriter music is like Joni Mitchell, but like, you know, in terms of like the modern, you know, maybe it's like, you know, I don't think Fiona Apple is labeled as that. No, Fiona Apple and like Tori Amos are like mostly like artsy, you know, like art, like yeah. But like, yeah, in terms of like making very emotionally charged like music based on like being very sad about relationships not working out and stuff, right? Yeah, Tegan and Sarah were probably, you know, generally foundational, you know, to that whole thing, in my opinion, I guess, at least, you know. Oh man, was there anything else I was gonna say towards that? Yeah. Oh yeah. They were. I saw that they were on tour, and like, you know, one of the artists they had opening for them was this artist called Tomberlin, and yeah, like Tomberlin, like her kind of music is basically, yeah, it you know, like acoustic singer-songwriter, very like mellow vocals, but like, you know, like somber melancholy, basically, like that whole thing, basically, right? Yeah. Not to characterize all their music in that. There's certainly variety in their music other than being sad and angsty, you know. Heartthrob has like different types of songs, you know, like the, you know, Closer is about falling in love, you know, but yeah, it's mostly, right? Oh man. Anyways, yeah, that's basically what I've been reading. Oh god, should I look to more book opinions? Do I have anything substantive to say about the MVP race? Just like, God, I don't know, man. Whatever. If Jokic three-peats, cool. If Embiid or Giannis gets it, cool. But like, I don't know. This whole like viciousness towards, you know, how could you have another person other than this person as MVP is like, oh god, it's it really is just not fun, man. I don't know, man. I scroll through, I get NBA Twitter in my feed now, and it's like, from certain accounts, like who are Sixers accounts, or who are like, you know, mostly a lot of Sixers accounts are in my feed for some reason, and it's like, yeah, the arguments they pose are like, oh my god, yeah, the prime Ben Simmons stats for Jokic one, oh my god, it just hurts your brain, man. It really does. I don't know. God, that's the thing. Like, I need a section of Twitter to be a refuge from another section of Twitter. Like, I need NBA Twitter to be a refuge from book publishing, writing Twitter. Like, I can't have it where it's like every section is like, you know, like pretty unbearable in terms of the opinions. You know, I need a, you know, I guess I do need a safe space. Oh man. I don't know. I guess there are the palate cleansers of just like the freaking the general meme Twitter thing of like, I don't want my mom to grow old. Picture of like hoopla fish from SpongeBob, but it's like, I don't know. Oh man. Or I don't know, like school really had like we really used to get up at 7 a.m. for school, or it's like you know. It's just anyways. Yeah. Oh man, yeah. I still haven't figured out like the rendering stuff. It still takes like hours upon hours to render. It still takes like 12 hours to render an hour something long Minecraft video in 720p. So I don't know. Man, I don't know. I don't know when I can render fast again. It doesn't change that much, but you know. I would really like it if I can just like render something in like, you know, 3 to 4 hours again. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. Anything else I need? Yeah. Should I just do the general Twitter segment? Yeah, I thought I would go mining again. I guess I didn't. Yeah, that's next episode, okay? Yeah, hold on there. I might just record another one of these tomorrow or Sunday. Man, yeah, I'm recording this on a Friday. A bit earlier than usual. Yeah. Oh man, I still need to cook food. Oh man. Yeah, okay, so MVP discourse. Dylan Brooks and Draymond hate each other. It's fun. Rivalries, great. It is a rivalry between the Warriors and the Grizzlies. Anything else I missed in the NBA? Kevin Durant got injured with his ankle. Originally it was like 4 to 6 weeks, but yeah, inaccurate. It's more closer to 2 to 3 weeks. Will it affect their title chances? Who knows? Yeah, who's the current frontrunner for like the title? Probably the Bucks, I would say, followed by like the Celtics, maybe even the Sixers. I don't know, but I still take the Celtics to beat the Sixers though. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the Sixers beating the Blazers, what does that prove, to be honest? Yeah, you had to beat the Blazers in crunch time. Wow, great. Look, man, the Blazers aren't anything that special, okay, other than Damian Lillard, okay? I know they have Jeremy Grant and, like, Matisse Thybulle, but it's like, come on. Oh man. But yeah, the Nuggets lost to the Bulls, you know, by double digits. People are using that against Jokic. It's like everyone's like just throwing it like, if an MVP front runner has a freaking bad game, if an MVP candidate has a bad game, oh my god, dude. Oh man. Yeah, the Dylan Brooks and Draymond Green stuff was just so funny, man. So funny. Oh god. Oh god. Connor Ben with his freaking eggs. He's being really petty still. I don't know. Like he went on an interview, you know, or something. Oh my god, dude. It's like, I don't know. It's a lot. I don't know. Does anyone believe that he didn't cheat? I don't know. I think I got my answer to the question. I think most people see his freaking comments and actions recently as like, what are you doing, man? Why are you continuing to do this? You know, no one, not that many people believe you. I would think. I wonder how many people believe the eggs. I don't know. I really do not know. Yeah. Oh yeah, I did mention Jake Paul lost to Tommy Fury. It's like, yeah, okay, cool. Oh god. What are some things I missed? In my life or in anything in general, what are some things I missed that I should talk about? Sparkling water is good, yeah. Oh man, I'm back on the Brussels sprout grind. Yep, it feels really good. Yeah. How long did it take to get those stitches out of my teeth? Probably like a week. Yeah, like, I don't know, like 6 days out from the surgery, I was just like, I feel the stitches. I feel them. I'm literally getting a toothpick and freaking digging them out myself. And yeah, most of the time it didn't work, but there was like, yeah, I kept on, like, I think, like, a combination of grinding and gnawing, like, just, like, and then I just, out of luck, I just pulled a freaking thing, and then I just found, it was, like, this gray stringy thing, and I'm like, that's the stitch! Yeah, oh, God, sorry if I grossed you out there. Anything else interesting from Tegan and Sarah's life story so far that I've learned? Oh, man. Yeah. What else did I just sing? Yeah. Yeah, their first song was their first yeah, they first wrote a song called, was it, yeah, was it Sarah? It was either, oh my god, dude. Which one was it? One of them wrote a song about Tegan not going to school. And that was like one of the very first songs they ever wrote, basically. Yeah. Oh man. Anyways, yeah, related to the down bad stuff. There's one section where Sarah talks about like writing like angsty songs about, a girl she was with, basically, who it didn't work out, to say the least. Stuff happened in regards to that, and then she wrote just a very angry song, and then and then she just, yeah, she's just wrote lyrics about her, and then Tegan was like, which parts do I sing? And then she's like, oh, you can sing like the chorus with me. And then I think she writes that she sung the chorus and she started screaming because she was so angry and like upset. and I was thinking, like, if I was Tegan, I'd be like, oh, you're like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna this is a bit awkward. Oh god, I don't know, man. Yeah, I also talked about, yeah, they're just really entertaining in interviews and like on stage. Like, they really are just very entertaining, man. Aside from the part where Tegan said that frickin' the show High School was like indie rock Euphoria, they're really damn funny on stage, man. They're really funny. They're really entertaining. I don't know. It's hard to have stage banter like that, I would assume, for most bands, but like, they frickin' nail having stage banter. Like, I don't know, man. They banter frickin' amazingly. They're just so great at that. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, I watched like compilations of just them either on stage or in interviews saying funny things, doing funny things. It's like, damn, I don't know. They're just naturally freaking funny people, man. It's hard to just find naturally funny people. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Speaking of like, I don't know, things related to high school. Middle school. Related to middle school. Ned's Declassified. Yeah, did you know that the cast of Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide is doing a podcast where they talk about the episodes of the show? Yes, they're doing that. Instead of a reboot, basically. Yeah, Devin Werkheiser, Lindsay Shaw, and Daniel Curtis Lee. Ned, Mose, and Cookie, respectively, basically, are doing a podcast where they talk about Ned's Declassified episodes. I was just watching an episode, like a few hours ago. Yeah, and it's surprisingly really good. I don't know. At first, I saw it in my YouTube feed, and I'm like, how good would this be? Like, is this just too like nostalgia bait-y for me? But no, it's actually like generally like pretty good. I don't know. It seems they just have a fun time together. It seems like that, they remained, good friends, and like the reason they're doing this is that, they generally have a positive experience doing the show and being on Nickelodeon. Unlike some other people, but it's like, God. All right, we get it. Okay. God. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but like they generally had a positive experience working on the show. They generally have a positive perception of the showrunner creator Scott Fellows, and like, I guess I'd assume someone reached out to them and was like, hey, do you want to do a podcast? And they're like, yeah. And like, the most interesting thing I've like gleaned from it is that Devin Werkheiser in particular is somewhat kind of like not over like, Ned's Declassified leading. He's not over Ned's Declassified not leading him into having an acting career, basically, right? He talks like there are a few times in like his podcast called Growing Up and like the Ned's Declassified podcast where he's like, yeah, I expected to get more acting roles post Ned's, but it didn't really work out that way. Yeah, but that's the thing, is like they're still like generally pretty young in the grand scheme of things. They're only like in their early 30s, I think. Yeah, I think Devin is like the youngest. Yeah, I think Devin like probably just entered his 30s like very recently, in like the year or so. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, how they managed to make a podcast not nostalgia baity or anything like that, you know, that they genuinely seem interested in talking about the show and reminiscing and are genuinely have a really good connection with each other and have fun with each other on that podcast. I don't know. It's cool, isn't it? It's nice. There's some nice things in the world. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. I didn't talk about AI. Yeah, ChatGPT is like a scary kind of thing. Yeah. I was using it to write like general prompt. I'm not using it to cheat. Yeah, I'm not using it to cheat at all. I don't know. I asked it a question on like, what do you think of students cheating using ChatGPT to write their essays? And then like, I'm an AI. I'm here to generally assist the humanity or something. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. There really should be restrictions on this AI stuff. Yeah, people are beginning to use the deepfake AI audio, whatever, to simulate, you know, presidents, Adam Silver. Oh, man. Anyways. Oh, yeah. Any food thing? I talked about the cinnamon bun pizza. Yeah. Yeah, that was the last episode. Anything, any thing that is pressing in the world? Oh man, dude. Oh god, it's gonna be hard. I'm just gonna accept it. I'm just gonna accept that, you know, my for tree videos so far, my PC, my mini PC has been able to render all tree so far, even if it is just 720p. So I guess it's fine. Oh god. Anything new happening? Anything new happening anywhere else? What music have I been listening to? Yeah, Wet Leg. Shay Long is pretty good. I started listening to the Temper Trap, another indie pop rock kinda related thing. You know, yeah, I generally like the the music is cool, but I don't know. The vocals, yeah, I'm like, what if Michelangelo sung this? And I'm like, yeah, it could be a lot better if Michelangelo sung this. Pool Kids continue to remain really good. Yeah. Yeah, I'm posting these like spot lister charts now. Not everyone uses spot lister, I don't think, but yeah. And it kind of messes up because it doesn't like show the text doesn't always cleanly like show you the name of the album and the artist, but whatever. I'm still using it anyway. Whatever, man. Whatever. Yeah. Anything anything else pressing, urgent? Okay, I think I should just, yeah, whatever. Let's make this an extra long one, maybe. I don't know. Let me just turn to the window. Let me just talk about tweets. Oh, man, the Raptors have the Lakers. The Nuggets are losing to the Spurs. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that's going to be the thing. Give Embiid the MVP. Should I? Nuggets are losing to the Spurs. All right. Embiid's case is getting stronger. Yeah, let me post the SpongeBob, like, staring at the coffee. Yeah. Where's my frequently used? What the hell? What is this? Yeah, it's not on PC. I guess I have to type in SpongeBob. Yeah, I always have to type in freaking SpongeBob. Where is it? It's somewhere here. Yeah. Okay, yep. All right, I don't even have an apostrophe. Oh man, Mitch McConnell had a health thing. Oh man. Anyways, what has been going on? I love my new healthy outlook on the Nuggets. I would formerly be quite angry. Now my new perspective has shown me that this doesn't matter. Yeah, true. I mean, like, what does losing to the Spurs even, like, matter? That's the thing. It's like I don't know. 1 or 2 losses to bad teams. What does it matter, to be honest, right? Michael Porter Jr. got ejected? Wow. Yeah, Big Brother Canada 11. Big Brother Canada 11. Well, Big Brother Canada in general had an announcement that they were gonna basically scrap the live feeds in favor of just showing like these things called digital dailies, which are just like 2.5 hours of highlights from the live feeds, but that are just not, but the live feeds were a thing where you could 24/7 most of the time check on the house, and it's like people are up in arms about it. Yeah, but Big Brother US is gonna keep the live feed, so you know, I don't really watch Big Brother Canada. My husband watching a movie with Zac Efron. How do his eyes sparkle so much? I don't know. He's so good looking. I know, honey. A white man that is actually likable? Turn it up. The cast of Survivor 44 is my favorite cast of 2023 by far. Alright. Man. Joel Embiid has had a stretch. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Ja Morant. Yeah. What could I say about the Ja Morant thing, man? I don't know. Okay. Yeah. So, I mentioned it. I mentioned it in the description of the latest video. Okay, fine, I will actually do research for my book instead of just writing stuff and hoping for the best. That felt very MVP-ish to me from Embiid, but I'll have to check his Raptor rating from his game to be sure, Nick Wright says. VORP Twitter when the center they hate, it's a game-winning mid-range jumper. VORP Twitter. Oh man, it's just getting so damn nasty, man. It's just getting so damn nasty. Like, since when is just this MVP race has been getting on a game-to-game basis, man? Dude, oh my god, dude. Give me another freaking, like, a sweeping book drama thing, man, please. Oh god. Oh man, dude. I wonder how long freaking Colleen Hoover's been writing books, man. It's been a while, probably, right? Yeah, it's been a while. So are Giannis and Embiid going to be stealing MVP votes from each other the rest of the season? Like, you know, like the two-party thing, how, like, you know, yeah, if you didn't know about the whole, like, the third part, if there's, like, a third-party candidate, they split votes, they split the vote between two general frontrunners of things or something. I don't know. I wonder how Giannis is going to play into that. There's going to be a Jason Tatum voter. Where are the, like, there's going to be, like, the one or two Jason Tatum or Luka MVP voters. Oh, man. Oh, man. The Warriors suck on the road. Oh, man. Jonathan Kuminga is out against the Bucks tomorrow night. Okay. Okay, alright. Yeah, there's a tweet. What is going on here? First things first, another Nick Wright quote. The Warriors are clearly done. I don't know how at this point anyone can deny it. Draymond can talk about the unimportance of March games, but his team isn't going to be playing past April if they don't play better in March. Yeah, like, wow, like, listen to his voice and tell me I'm wrong in my impression.
But his team's not going to be playing games past April, past potentially early April, if they don't play better in March. So the Warriors have been telling us, Rick, all year long, they're a bad team.
Yeah, they're a bad team. Now, let me just say that he sounds like a certain I don't know. He sounds like a certain someone related to politics. Oh man. Oh man. I don't know, man. What I find interesting about Katniss is that there's nothing special about her. She's not super smart. She can't fight that well. She's good with a crossbow, but how does that help her if she doesn't have it? She's just a girl trying to survive, and I respect that. Yeah. I thought she was like kind of like one of the faces of like the strong female character thing. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, someone said reading more books doesn't make you a better writer. Yeah, no, disagree. Absolutely disagree. And then someone quote tweeted it. This bugs the SH out of me. Reading helps you shape your style. You read books for the same reason a professional basketball player still practices. To hone your skills and get better. Oh my god, I love this tweet. Hey, look at this. I'm instantly liking the tweet. That and reading is just fun for the brain. Yeah. reading, even if it's not like necessarily in your genre, right? Like reading widely and in your genre is more advice for like if you want to pursue traditional publishing, but like, for comp titles and stuff. But just like, just the thing, like reading just general stuff you like, it doesn't have to be like you don't have to be like, you don't have to be a bookworm, just, I don't know. For me, reading for me is just like generally, I don't have to read every day, but like I always want to be reading something, like I don't have to read every day. I could read like once a week, but like I always can say like I'm reading a book, however fast or slow. Like, I don't know. I don't really have any sort of conceptions about like I want to read this many books. I want to read this many books in this genre or whatever. I'm just like, I just want to generally be reading a book most of the time. That's basically it with me. Yeah. And I guess with writing, it's like, I generally want to write most of the time. TikTok is going through a Hunger Games renaissance, and it's fantastic to witness this all over again. Really. People just like, this is... here's one to take. Dylan Brooks said it was a low blow for Draymond Green to try to put his Grizzlies teammates against him when he made his podcast comments. I ain't out here getting into physical altercations with my teammates. Oh, man. So good, man. So good. Oh, man. Yeah. Jokic full court dime. Jokic. Embiid can pass too. I'm so damn tired of this frickin', just because Jokic gets more assists, it means he's the MVP front runner. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Oh, God. The Bulls and the Spurs. No team has had like a fully really dominant run, to be honest, right? Like there's no team that's like the Suns last season, to be honest, right? Yeah. Oh man. Embiid freaking won the game. Look at that. Mid-range. Look at that, man. You have to give it to Embiid here, man. Yeah, I don't know. You have to give it to him, man. You have to give it to him, even if it is against the Blazers. He did win that game. Yep. Are we sure it's not Embiid? Embiid 1-1. Like, even if Embiid wins this one, it's still just going to be like, Jokic did not deserve those two. It should have been Embiid three-peating. It's like, okay, man, all right. Oh my God, dude. All right. It's like Giannis should have won one. It's like, all right, man. There's going to be so much more freaking salt over the years of just like, oh, if Embiid wins, if Jokic wins, it's like, how did Jokic not three-peat? How did Embiid not three-peat? How did Giannis didn't win at least one of those ones? Like, how was freaking Jason Tatum not freaking there? How was Devin Booker? It's like, oh my God, dude. Jesus, man. Like, it is getting to be a bit much, but I don't know. Maybe I kind of do prefer it to, like, the general stuff around, like, some book publishing conversations, writing Twitter conversations, man. Oh, man. Anyways. Am I good? Anyways. Oh, man, yeah. There's a really good line from Kevin Harlan. Yeah, let me just play it before we go. Like, they're discussing the podcast. Oh, man. Anyways. Yeah, an hour and 18 minutes. This is going to be an hour and 20 minutes, hopefully? No, hopefully not, man. Anyways, yeah, that's basically the episode. It was just a lot. It was messy. I don't even know what I'm gonna call it, man. I don't know. Yeah, it's a lot, man. Oh man, it is freaking a lot, man. Oh my God, dude. Oh God, yeah, true. Yeah, I haven't even said, yeah, I mean, okay, all right, again, if you watch till the end, I still believe that Jokic, is my MVP, because I like the Nuggets a lot, but, like, Yeah, again, I don't care. I don't care that much. Like, it can be Giannis or Embiid. It's fine. Like, those are, like, I'm not the freaking person that's like, people who have Jokic as the MVP are stupid, or freaking the other way, like, or people have Embiid as MVP or Giannis as MVP. Who, like, honestly, man, it's fine, man. It is fine. It's fine to have either of the, like, any of those three as MVP. You know, I want, like, it's fine. It is fine, man. Oh my god, dude. I don't know, man. Oh god, dude. I don't know. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Triple doubles, stat padding, race. It's like, oh, you know. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, it's a lot. It's just a lot, man. I don't know. JJ Redick, man. What are his days like? What are his days like after frickin' they get done recording a first take? What does JJ think in his mind? He's like, well, what is gonna get clipped and aggregated today, man? Oh man, I feel for JJ sometimes, man. I feel for JJ Redick. Oh man, he went through it when he was in college, frickin', you know, being hated. Yeah. He was hated by freaking a lot. He was like one of the most hated college basketball players ever. Anyways, is there any last minute thoughts I need to get out before I end this episode? Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Oh man, it's been a lot, huh? I guess I needed to get that off my chest. I don't know. I'll play another game other than Minecraft maybe sometime soon. Yeah, I'll probably play Persona maybe, but other than that, yeah, I guess. Yeah, just you'll be hearing freaking more opinions from me, I guess. I'll just keep on doing this so far. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, thank you. Yeah, and yeah, so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, good night.